Hey friends, so today we're going to do something fun and completely different. I am out of blush, just about. So we're going to try to make some. And I looked up a few recipes and I found one that I happen to have all the ingredients for. It really only calls for 3 ingredients. So we're going to try it today. So the ingredients that I'm going to be using is hibiscus leaves for the color, cocoa, and tapioca powder, or the arrowroot powder you could use too. Now I did go ahead and pull out my jar of ginger just in case I think I want a more goldy color to it. And we're going to be using our grinder to grind up the hibiscus flowers. And then because I want to just use my same container, I'm going to try to press it, and you would need rubbing alcohol if you want a pressed powder, but if you just want it loose, you don't need this. So let's get going and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so I'll put up, you guys don't have to follow along with the recipe. I will put the description or the recipe instructions in the description, but I'm going to just grind some of this up. I'm looking for about 1.5 teaspoons of ground hibiscus. The recipe that I found actually calls for rose mica, but who has that in their house? I don't. Let's see where we are. Well, some of it's definitely ground good enough, but I'm looking for see, that's like the perfect level of grind I'm looking for, but it's not all there yet, so let me keep going. You know what I think I can do? Is I think I can use my fine mesh sieve and get what I need out of there. That goes. Yep. Yeah, that's plenty. The rest of that I can just use for loose leaf tea, so it's not going to waste. Okay, next you want 2 teaspoons of cocoa. And let me just show you real quick. I use like a dusty rose color for my blush, so if there's different blends for different colors. And next I want 2 teaspoons of either your tapioca flour or your arrowroot powder. Okay, like I said, the recipe didn't call for the ginger, but I'm gonna just look and see what I think. Well, geez, that just looks brown, huh? I've never ever done this before, so I'm just trying to see if I have a zero waste option at home. It's certainly gonna smell good on your skin. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get some more of the hibiscus. And if you didn't have a grinder, you could just use a mortise and pestle, if that's what you have. Is that what it's called? Mortise and pestle? Yeah. And then, or just go look at like a local resale shop and see if you can find one. I'm a little colorblind, but that still just looks brown to me. Okay, we're gonna do it one more round of hibiscus. Dusty. Now what we're gonna do is, I think it's good enough. Well, it's good enough to try anyway. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I wasted a couple tablespoons of cocoa. So we're going to add a few drops of alcohol and see if we can, whoops. We need to get it to a texture that we can press it. Oh, it's definitely, you can see that. It's definitely bringing out the red after you push it. Okay, let's put some in here and let's see if we can get it pressed down. I'll try to not fill, try to keep that side less. So this has ended up being way redder than you would think just looking at the loose powder. Wow, works. Now the only thing mine's not gonna have, now this may be just way too dark for my skin type, so I might have to go back to the original recipe when it still looked brown to get that look I was looking for. Okay, that is way too red. Purple. Okay, I'll bring you guys down here so I can talk to you. Guys, this is so dark. Look at that. Can you see? Hold on. Point it. Okay. Whoa. So I should have stuck with the original recipe that said just to use the 1.5 teaspoon, because now it is like plum. So what I'm gonna do is, I guess, follow me over on Instagram if you're not already following that 1870s homestead, and I'm gonna post a picture of what this looks like on my skin. But I will definitely do this again and use the original recipe. If anything, I'll give this to my daughter and it'll be fun play makeup for when she goes out or something. But it's possible. You can make your own blush at home. Who knew? Now you guys do. And you don't have to go pay $7 to Revlon or CoverGirl or whoever you use. Just make it at home, guys. All right, talk to you later. Bye. What am I gonna do with all this extra? I wonder if the chickens will eat it. It's just cinnamon and hibiscus. I might give it to the chickens. You want some blush?